Oh. I can get it for you.
We're all set.
Anybody see the bag that the snacks were in? Can you get it out? Can you get this Red Bull out for me? Thank you. I'm scared to drink those. Sugar. Sandy. Yes.
Okay.
Welcome to Toy With Me, the space where we mix pleasure, curiosity, and a dash of flavor. Tonight, we are diving into something delicious like food play and the kink taste, the kink of taste.
Well, Toy With Me is an in-person and live stream broadcast where we talk about kink, community, and connection with zero shame and a lot of sparkle. Here at Toy With Me, we explore ways to spice up your sex life, whether it's when you're alone by yourself, that's alone, with a partner, or in a group.
Nice. Here we celebrate all gender-loving communities and people of all levels of ability.
Tonight's show is part 3 of a 6-part series discussing various forms of sensory play as a kink. In September, we started off with an overview of sensory play. Now, last month, that's the one I missed. And we had the wonderful Kahari B here. And we talked about sound as a kink. And in December, we're talking about touch, dealing with wax play and temperature play. Ooh-wee. In January, we're going to deal with sight, visual play. In February, we're going to deal with psychological play.
Nice. Thank you for that. So I want to introduce our amazing guests, right? Joining us, we have our very delicious guest, Lee Honey from Smutty Batgirl, one of part 2. Thank you for being on our show today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be on the panel with y'all and discuss food play and all that is delicious and tasty.
Thank you. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and Smutty Black Girl?
Absolutely. So as you already mentioned, I am one half of Smutty Black Girl. My pervert in crime B is the other half. And together we host erotic storytelling events in the city. We are currently in the process of getting our next show together. So unfortunately, I can't devolve too much at this time. But that is the bulk of Smutty Black Girl. And that's girl with an X because not everybody identifies as a girl, and we want to be inclusive of all of you perverts out there in the world. So that is Smutty Black Girl with an X, GXRL. As for me, my name is Lee Honey, and I am a very tired artist most of the time, and the occasional poet, and I'll talk a little bit more about that last part later.
Now, wait a minute. You said, what in crime?
My pervert in crime.
Now, let me tell you, this is the living room, but everybody don't know what's talking about in the living room. So we don't believe in saying stuff where people who, the fourth wall, they need to understand what the hell is that?
It is the equivalent of my partner in crime, but because we delve into the erotic and also we're goofy little goofballs, B is my pervert in crime. We actually got fake married during our 3rd year anniversary for erotic storytelling. Jumped the broom and everything. We covered it in fake flowers and condoms. It was a spectacle.
Sweet baby Jesus. All right now.
I might have some pictures in my phone. I'll share with you after the show.
Okay.
Yes.
Wonderful. So we're gonna just dive right in there.
All right.
So let's start with the basics. Simple. What does food play mean to you?
I think food play is pretty much verbatim the title. It is an element of play that regards food to some capacity. Now, to me, that can evolve in a number of different ways. It can be literally the consumption of food. It could be like if you have an oral fixation, like watching your partner eat, see what that does for you. For me, food play can also include food sitting. There's like a term for that. I don't know what the proper fetish is called. Something like smudging well, let me not talk about stuff that I don't know. I know there is a proper term for it, but the act of sitting in food, smothering your body in food, I think that is also an element of food play.
Madame Trixie.
Yes, I think everything that Lee said, to maybe add on to that, in food play, understanding that other senses may also be activated as well, such as smell. So you might do where the food play starts with you actually enticing someone with the smell of a particular food, or even perhaps the texture of it on someone's body, or even on their mouth, right? I also think that because we're thinking about food play and like what you said about the consumption of food, but also you might want to consume, something else like someone's, the taste of their sweat or their bodily fluids, right? So I think that might be something that one would consider food play. Mm-hmm. What about you?
Next question.
Oh, well. All right. Okay. So I want to ask, why do you think that taste out of all the senses is the one that is maybe considered the most intimate form of connection?
Shall I jump in first, or do you want to take this one?
Ladies first. Ladies first.
Well, thank you. I think it definitely can be one of the more intimate forms, depending on how you go about navigating food play. Like, it is incredibly intimate to lick whipped cream or honey off of somebody's body. Or if you want to get real freaky, like putting food on a person's body and then that leading to eating them out, or performing fellatio because you have these beautiful decorated cheeses and fruits around their genitalia, with safety precautions, of course, because yeast infections are a thing, but that's neither here nor there.
No, that's
here
and there.
And a there. That's a here and
or
there.
maybe all the nuts. I don't know. I don't judge.
Yeah.
No, I just meant.
No, that's valid and relevant as here and there. Fair
enough. But I also think it's, you consume through your mouth, and I think the mouth is one of the more intimate orifices, arguably, and there are so many different, I think there's like over 100 different taste buds or something to that effect on your tongue. And the tongue is a very, very strong muscle, more so than I think a lot of people realize. So to me, those are some of the elements that make taste as intimate as it is. But I would love to bring that to either one of y'all to see what you think.
For me, when it comes to taste, it reminds me of the TV show That's So Raven.
Where is this going? I am so curious.
So for instance, like, how when Raven used to, did you watch the show?
Yes, I grew up on that. Hello.
So you remember when Raven would have a vision?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
She'd go like this.
Yes.
And so when she would have the vision, that's literally how certain foods do me. So like
I see.
for prime example, because I hate roller coasters, I hate amusement parks, but because I went to Great America one time and I had a funnel cake with ice cream,
Mm-hmm.
it makes me remember the good moment I had. And it also reminded me of, oh, I remember I was with this person. And I actually liked them at that time.
Yeah, it was a transcendence in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. That's cool.
Nice. I think that definitely, like the importance, which is why it's so intimate, because we bring food into our very intimate moments in lives. When we say we break bread with people, we are doing it for the sake of building and bonding, right? Having a connection with someone that we want to talk to. So we do it over food. Even if it's, I got some bad news to tell you, and I'm being very intimate with this news I have to tell you. We may do it over food. We come together as families over the holidays and birthdays, things like that. People think about, like, I know I can't remember where that started, something on like YouTube or TikTok, where it was a thing about the lady who was very upset about a first date she had. And she had this fantasy about going to a particular type of restaurant and the guy didn't take her. The Cheesecake Factory or something like that. That wasn't the place she wanted to go, but that's where she got.
I thought it was Applebee's. Or there was another one that was
probably the
same.
They're all the same, right? But I think that place of where food, even in dating someone, there's a fantasy that a person has about how someone cares about them by the type of place they take them to, right? It started off in their mind first. And I think that sometimes that fantasy can be from, either connected with the memories of, well, my mom and dad used to take me to the fancy places. So that's what I set the bar for you. Or we didn't have enough, so I expect everyone else to take me to these places because my childhood was not, we were scarce with things like that, or going to the nice places. So I think it's really all encompassing of we use food to connect for friendship, family, intimately. I think that's why it's probably the most intimate.
So do certain flavors and textures naturally lend themselves to arousal than others?
Absolutely. And what's interesting, when you posed that question, my mind immediately went to the kind of textures and foods that do the exact opposite for me. So I cannot stand bananas. I hate them. I don't like the texture. I can't get by the flavor. And if I taste something that has banana in it, or if somebody like cuts up a slice of banana and forces it in my mouth, heaven forbid, it tastes like vomit to me. And it is the quickest way to get me like turned off. Having said that, on the opposite end of that spectrum, various foods are a natural aphrodisiac, and I am a big chocolate lover. So, some ways that I like to perform self-care are that I want to feel my most sexy self. I will take a bite of 60, 65, 70% chocolate and just kind of dance about my room in an outfit that makes me feel good, or naked if I'm home alone and I just want to feel present in myself. So, the long story short of the question that you posed is, I think food has the power to do both of those things depending on what does turn you on, and certainly on the other end of that spectrum, what turns you off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, agreed. Especially what you said about the cacao. People don't understand. Some people don't know that the higher the percentage of when you're eating cacao, it actually has the ability to ground you. Right. So if you're feeling all spacey, that's something you could even add into your connection with your partner, is to eat that actual 70% cacao.
What that is?
So grounding.
No.
Cow.
It's chocolate.
It's the bean that makes chocolate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the chocolate, the bean that makes the chocolate. It's the higher the percentage, the darker it is, right? It's a bitter taste, but for the body, it has its ability to ground you, energetically, make you feel, I want to say, safe, right? Because you feel grounded. It's great for if someone is feeling a little like shaky, flighty, like you get to use that food to bring a different energy, right, to the scene. I think certain textures, it could create some arousal. I think it depends on who the person is, because if you don't like sticky stuff, then you're like, I'm now focused on like everything is sticky. I want to just wash my hands, as opposed to be present in whatever is happening for you. I think that's where you having communication around what are we going to use, or just finding what do you like, and your partner finding textures in food that complement your likes, or your desire. If you're like, I want something savory and I don't know, savory and warm to the body, then you might do something like a melted chocolate, or like hot caramel.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Because if the way it feels like velvety on the skin and the way it flows. So, all right. So it's time for our game. So I want you in the chat. If you are online, go ahead and type in the chat, delicious or not my flavor, right? We're going to throw out some different food play scenarios, and you can type in the chat, which one do you feel? And for my guest here and my co-host, we're going to hold up our signs, and we're going to then just kind of have some discussions around these. I want to say some of the things that we are mentioning here may require a little more research around it. These may be things that you have not done before, but I also want to add that we have had guests on our previous shows, right, at Project Vita. You can reach out to some of those guests, and also you can connect with the Meow University. They're constantly having classes for beginners all the way to pros, right? Okay, so let's go. And also our studio audience here, make sure you put up give it up for them. Thank you for being here. You're going to also put up your not my flavor or delicious. So melted chocolate drizzled on the skin.
Yes.
Delicious. Okay. We have a unanimous delicious in the audience. Whipped cream and blindfolded.
You had me at whipped cream.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Big whipped cream fan.
Go ahead. Because I'm also not my flavor.
What?
Yeah, no.
Disrespectful.
So for me, it's a texture thing.
Okay, I respect it.
Is
it like the fluffiness of whipped cream, or yes?
All the above.
Okay, fair.
I feel like certain, and depending on, so am I eating it or where am I eating it?
I think it is not my flavor because I am a texture girl, and you're gonna give me this texture and I can't see? Hell no. Not my flavor. I need to see.
That's what makes me like it though. Like now, I don't know if I would feel comfortable with somebody like forcing my mouth open and spraying a whole bunch. That's a bit much for me. But like gently being like, "Hey, open your mouth," shaking it up one time and just like but I also love whipped cream.
Yes.
Like I literally will put it in a bowl, no ice cream, just the whipped cream with a spoon and just eat it.
And we are not.
Like,
And we are not yucking yums here.
of course.
We're not. Okay. Ice cube tracing.
Well,
Ice cube.
I have a clarity question. Are we tracing the ice cube on a body, and are you tracing it with your mouth?
I would say both.
I wouldn't say it's delicious, but it's not my flavor either.
I would say on a body, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
My teeth are sensitive.
Yeah.
So like I like doing it, but I wouldn't be doing it because of the flavor. I'd be doing it for more like physical touch reasons.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I like that. Your partner's sweat.
Hell motherfucking all.
Okay, listen.
Wait, let's see how many we got, audience. We got one delicious in the audience. We got some both. We got 2 delicious in the audience. 3 delicious, 4 delicious.
Listen, are you not your flavor?
I'm not my flavor.
Yeah.
So mine is partly trauma.
Also very fair.
But it is also not everyone's diet is good.
That's why I was flip-flopping.
Yeah,
because not everybody tastes good.
And I think too, for myself, because of just things in other areas of my life, and like hygiene and knowing what certain things the body is comprised of, and like, you know,
Can we move on?
Yes, we can. Yep. Sushi on the body.
I like eating fish, but not sushi.
Yeah, I'm not a sushi person either. I want to like sushi, but nah.
But see, my thing is I'm eating raw fish plus the sweat and
your body temperature is now changing the consistency, the temperature, and the quality of that food.
Hold up. Because what is the situation? I don't think a person's physical body temperature is going to that drastically change the texture of a sushi.
So I will say I've had an experience of being at a gathering and they had a human sushi platter, and I watched the sushi kind of slide off the person. Like in my mind, I'm like, okay, are you now sliding that back from their sweat? You sliding that piece back onto them? Also, I noticed that, because I'm going to watch all the things. Like that's what I'm going to watch. That the sushi was not, it like moved. It was like looser. And so I'm going, why would it be looser? Even the piece, if it was still on the body, what has shifted? Is it the lubrication from your sweat that's now in there? Is it the heat from your body? I don't know. I'm allergic to it anyway, so I was okay. I just was thinking about for other people, like, oh, okay.
But here's the thing, you know, I feel like if other people there's a willingness there's an understanding when you are consuming food from another person's body. That,
absolutely.
You know, there's going to be an element of them that you are also consuming.
Absolutely.
You know,
and this is why here we do not yuck anybody's yum.
There you go.
We do not. It's just not my flavor.
Fair.
Yep. Champagne poured down your back.
So I'm not a big drinker, but I like the visual of that happening. I also want to know, are you drinking, is it being drunken from like right in between the booty, or is it like at the small of the back, like just before it gets to the crack? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like where specifically on the body, on your backside are you drinking it from? There's a lot of technicalities going on in my mind.
Yes. And I feel that this, what do you want to say?
Let's look at the next one.
Okay. Cause I didn't answer that, but I feel very like, yeah, I think I have a very limited food play because of what I know about the human body and how I have worked with it. And I'm like, yep, that's cute. Pour it down my back. Drink it. If you want to.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. Sorry.
Fair and valid.
I don't apologize for real, but honey and massage oil mix.
So I like honey. I like the idea of licking honey off of, it's in my name. I do love the idea of licking honey off another person. My caution is what is in the massage oil.
Yes.
So I'm saying delicious for the honey reasons, but I want to know what exactly is in the massage oil. Are we talking like organic, just like, is it like extra virgin olive oil you get at Costco?
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, oh, that's fine, because that's edible.
And I want to say too, if when you're doing things with massage oil and lubes, bring your own, because honestly, people are putting things in your massage oils and lubes to alter your state of mind, right? Meaning like people are getting kind of drugged up on lubes and massage oils. So if you're going to do that, bring your own. Don't let your massage oil leave out your sight, right? And play with the partner that you trust, you know?
Hey, let's take two more and then we could keep it moving.
Okay. Yes. So I'm going to say spice cinnamon oils. And I want to say to you that one, you have to have a carrier for using different oils, right? Also, I would say using food grade oils, food grade and therapeutic oils, because they're safe to use on the skin. But also cinnamon oil is definitely not safe for your genitals. You could burn. You can burn yourself. So you want to definitely be sure to consult with your local professional or maybe an aromatherapist, and also use a carrier with that.
I actually have a question about, for safety reasons and also for the sake of science, would something like a spicy cinnamon oil be okay on the nipples? Because I kind of like the...
No. Nope.
Dang.
No, it's not. It's definitely going to burn the nipples.
But is it like going to be a nice burn, or is it going to be like
no? It's a
damage burn?
It's a chemical burn.
Oh,
so
you're trying to no nipples.
Well,
yes.
I want to keep
honey, no nips. That's gonna be your new name.
Can you dilute it?
Honey, no nips.
I want to keep my nipples, but I like
no nip honey.
No, but what about the sensation? I don't mind a little tingly.
Yeah, no, it's an actual burn.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
no.
Disregard.
Yeah, you want to be Lee honey, not no nip.
Ammonia and bleach.
Oh, that's aggressive.
One thing to think about is there are food safe flavorings that you could dilute in a carrier oil. And so you could just get the flavor without actually using the chemicals.
Yeah.
Sorry, the natural elements.
Absolutely. And also even in that, still be very careful, right? Because a lot of times small percentages of a thing is used in stuff that even in the flavoring, it may not be 100%, but I would just say, be very mindful. I'm going to say not my fave, because I'm good.
No, ma'am, I'm good.
Okay.
Let's do one more.
Yes. So oh man, this is temperature play with a hot tea steam.
Yes. Temperature play with hot tea steam. Yes.
Yes. Okay. There's one more that the audience really want us to ask. Your partner's climax juice.
So here's the thing. I think it goes back to what you were saying earlier about sweat. Not everybody takes care of themselves. My partner does, but like I don't know. I want you to take care. I do know. Thank you. I don't have the verbiage for it. Just like I just want you to.
You young. I'm a play unk right now.
Okay.
Baby, you know.
Yeah. I've smelt it before I tasted it. That's all I'm gonna say. And that's when I knew. No.
Okay.
And I think that's one of those things that we don't think about, that we need to hygiene and
yes, diet.
Diet.
That is key.
And not necessarily supplements either, because some people will take certain supplements to like make them taste good or whatever.
No, and you can eat certain foods, like literally.
No, but like there are people who also you have to be careful because like
if you eat
some
a lot of red
vitamins
meat,
and things,
it's not going to be tasty.
And also that is, like the way someone tastes. There could be a flag of some kind that there may be other things happening.
Yeah.
And it's a great place for you to come to Project Vita and go and get yourself a free testing to see if there's something else happening.
Look at that smooth transition. That was
was beautiful.
Thank you.
That's why you my partner.
Thank you.
So let's talk about food play, how it connects to power and control. How can food play tie into dominance and submission? For example, let's talk about being fed or feeding someone. Okay, so
Oh, sorry.
baby, again, this uncle and auntie.
It was the way y'all both looked at me at the same time. I was like, oh. It's hot. That's the first thing I'm gonna say about that. But like for me, when it comes to the relationship between food play in a DS situation, and for those who don't know, DS is the abbreviation for dominant / submissive or submission.
This is why we like you, baby.
Yes.
Thank you. So, and I'm very much into the power exchange side when it comes to kink and BDSM. Like I'm not really a pain slut and things like that, but I love
Power
knowing
exchange?
that. Oh yeah. So power exchange is another way, is like well, how would you define power exchange? I'm kind of fumbling my words a little bit.
No, you said it right. Come on, babe.
Well, I would say it's like a part of DS, right? It is the it's the thing that makes DS what it is. It is, I am willingly relinquishing a part of my control or all of my control to the person who is the dominant. And that dominant is, again, consensually and willingly seizing some degree of control. So when it comes to food play, for me, I think back to a scene I had some time ago with one of my friends who was feeding me, and at one point ate food off of my body. So she had washed me first with soap and a washcloth that I had brought, and then we walked over to a mat where she told me to keep my eyes closed and don't open them. And she would feed me different foods that we had negotiated beforehand. So these were all foods that I liked and foods that were, easy to resource. And I would have to guess what it was that she would put in my mouth. At one point, because I'm a brat, I was giving her attitude and she kept putting food in my mouth to the point where I could barely keep up. Now, I didn't choke because obviously that would be bad. This is not the fun kind of choking, but, kind of like stuffing my face with food, which was a fun contrast to her gently placing it in my mouth. And then when she was eating food off of my body, I was ordered to stay still. So when food like strawberry or blueberries would roll off my body because it's round, she would smack me because it would be quote unquote my fault, which again, I consented to that and I was being a brat. So I kind of deserved it. So that is what makes food play so much fun for power exchange to me.
Yeah, I like that. That definitely makes me think about, as a person that is receiving the food play, there's a sense of, relinquishing the power of me allowing you to do this.
Yes.
Me allowing you to do this, and which also then has a sense of, it can be a dominance as well. I think we talked about that, that how it can be a dominance, because it can be like, feed me and you better feed me at the right pace. You better give me what I like, or else. Like you have, you could go either way, on that.
Is it the right temperature that I like?
Yes.
Did you cook it? Did you prepare it and present it in a way that I like?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What about you?
What you think, Legendary?
Ooh. When it comes to feeding me, it's a no for me 95% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just because
Yeah.
do you wash your hands?
Okay.
Baby, I have been places and I'm like, do you know what soap and water means?
Mm-hmm.
I saw you walk out the bathroom after you left the urinal.
Yes. I think COVID taught us about how much people did not wash their hands, because it was like so much like, oh my God, I gotta wash my hands.
So
yes, you do.
Yeah.
I used to work as a custodial engineer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, so if I filled the soap dispenser on Monday, but by Thursday, it's still almost full.
Oh boy.
So y'all don't. And speaking of COVID, I was that person when it first happened, walking around the office spraying disinfectant spray, because I'm just that person, and I don't do germ.
Yeah,
y'all look dirty.
Yeah, and that, to me, that makes sense. Even outside of, again, I know a couple of things about the human body, and I remember having an internship at because of me doing traditional Chinese medicine, and I remember like so pissed off at the other doctors in training how we would never hit that damn hand sanitizer, and I would be like, what is happening here? Where I'm like, I'm telling the supervisor, what's happening, buddy? Like, you're not hitting the hand sanitizer and you're not washing your hands, so I feel you. So I want to ask you all, how do you negotiate boundaries in a playful scene like food play without killing the mood? Because like what we were just talking about, that's a boundary. Like, are your hands clean? Is your body clean? So how do you negotiate that for yourselves? How are you?
And I think that that's actually a great segue, because as you were sharing, like, do you wash your hands? Like that is in fact a boundary. And your story of like trying to figure out why the math ain't mathin' and why the soap dispenser is still mostly full several days later, I think when the first step before you even get to the negotiation part is just vetting and knowing who you are playing with. Because food play can be a lot of fun and very, very tasty. But you also, just like with any other form of kink, you want to be mindful of who you are playing with, because the vetting never actually stops. So if I'm talking to you about the idea of food play and I notice you pick your nose and then you put your food in the, bowl of chips at some kind of party or something, not to give that visual to y'all, but people aren't mindful. Not everybody is mindful and not everybody is aware of their bodily autonomy. that already tells me, all right, well, even if I do play with you, that's not something that I would want to do with you because you nasty and you don't pay attention to yourself and you're not considerate of your body in the way that I would need you to be for something like if you were to feed me.
Yeah.
And, to quote something that my dad would say, you can't eat everybody's cooking. So even outside of a play context, like if your house is dirty,
Ooh, Lord.
like, no, I'm not going to eat your food.
Lord.
Absolutely not. I don't want to get food poisoning.
The cat on the counter, honey, he in the microwave running around.
Not in the microwave.
I don't know, baby. I think that definitely the vetting process is really a good way to do this and negotiate before you even get into the scene, because that's going to determine if I'm going to play with you or not.
Well, before we get too sticky into this, let's talk about health. Pleasure is best served with a peace of mind.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And Project Vita and Neelix Labs offer free confidential HIV and STI testings in person or from home. And if you get tested, you get a toy box.
Ooh.
Full of adult goodies, including edibles, lubes, and more. So you can go to my.lumba.health Vita to receive your at-home test kit in the mail. You can complete the test and send it back to us using the instructions provided in the kit. And once we get your kit, you will get your results and you will get your amazing toy box.
Look at all the goodies.
Yes.
And they come in handy.
They do.
So let's show how it's done. I think it's time for a demonstration.
Yes. Okay.
We're going to have our wonderful, amazing, beautiful Madame Trixie, who is going to be the dom with the mostest. And she's got some goodie treats. She has some goodie treats that she is going to give us and feed us.
Yes, thank you. So before we actually get started, something that I want to suggest that you do at home is, yes, even vetting with your partner. One, do not give them things that you know they are allergic to. Also, avoid using things that may trigger or activate them to a traumatic experience that may have happened in the past. And one of the ways that you can decipher that is to simply ask them, do you have any emotional food aversions? And this person can then tell you, what they don't like. And it's not, like you don't have to go into the why they don't like it, but you can respect that they didn't give you consent to use bananas, right? So you would not use them. Also, finding out about what it is that you do like, right? And also having a conversation to just present to them first what it is that you would like to do. There's also the place of where you can combine different things that I don't have a blindfold right now, but if you know that this person likes to be blindfolded, typically you can do blindfold them, right, while you're feeding them. You can also do things like put on noise cancellation headphones, right, and then blindfold them. And you can give a signal like, I'm about to feed you something. You can do a tap on the shoulder and you can kind of discuss beforehand, what does that tap mean? Because they're not able to hear you. You also take away their other senses around the food, meaning what does the sound of this food that they're eating? Because that's also a part of food play, right? Like the texture, the smell of the thing. What does it sound like when you're chewing it? And so you can play around with a few different concepts. So for this, I would like to ask you, Lee, is there something that I have a few different things here. Mm-hmm. I have some candies. I have some chocolates. I have some sweets. Is there something that you don't like from from our selection of goodies?
What are these chocolatey looking items over here?
Yes. So these are junior mints. So they're chocolate on the outside. It's a mint on the inside.
Okay. Curious.
And we have some gummy worms here. We have some Twix, some Reese's. We have a sweet like cinnamon roll.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No big complaints on my end. I mean, I'm getting fed, so I really don't have big complaints. But I will say, while I'm not the biggest Sour Patch Kid fan, it is not a hard no for me. And I do kind of like the idea of being surprised with when I will get the Sour Patch Kid.
Okay, now two things can happen from that if this is some kind of play. You can either give this person exactly what they ask for or want, or you can deny them. You said you want the Sour Patch Kids, right? Mm-hmm. I cannot give you those at all, right? There's fun that you can have with that. Yeah. Dear Legendary, so I have a couple of goodies here. Is there something that you would like more of to taste?
No, not at this particular time.
Okay. So I'd also like to add the way you are going to do this food play with the person, right? One, please make sure your hands are clean. Please make sure your hands are clean. Please make sure. Like it to be a little bit more messy than not, right? If you are on your white carpet doing this, you might not want to pour red wine on them, right? You might want to, we call it like splatter proof the place. So you may put like some tarp down or some yoga mats, right? Or now they have all those amazing, what are they called? Like wet blankets. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the waterproof ones. Yeah, you can use some of those. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna put my light down.
Yes. Take my glasses off and close my eyes because of anticipation.
Yes.
I think that's cool.
You wanna put your light down?
Oh.
Yeah. Long nails. So the nails are kind of, you want me to hold it?
No, I got it.
Okay. Oh God. I have really long nails, so I would like to put some gloves on, right? Again, this is for my own like. You may have a partner that doesn't mind this. You can also do things. Okay. You can also do things like get really crafty with how you feed someone something like, right? I'm going to use this glove to open, but see, I'm still right. Yeah, oh, thank you. So I have this glove on, but I just unwrapped the wrapper just a little bit, right? Where the candy is exposed, but I'm holding on to the paper. Open your mouth. You may close your mouth. You can give them instructions, right? Chew it slowly. not swallowed it yet. Have you swallowed it? You must ask for permission to swallow it. Mm-hmm. You cannot. You can swallow it. You can still have some power dynamic in that process. Right? You can incorporate touch in that. All right? Can come, you can even be closer. Open your mouth and just take a bite. And you can tell them what you want them to think about as they are chewing. So I want you to think about, while you are chewing that food, a body part that you would like to nibble on, or that you would like to be nibbled on you. Changing my gloves. Did you tell Madam thank you for feeding you?
Thank you.
Madam? Mhm. So again, if you have a partner you're comfortable with, you might not do this, right, with gloves on, but I'm okay with that. And I am now feeding a different person, so guess what I have done? I have switched my gloves. Okay, I'm not gonna use my hand for this because my hands are clean for my food. All right. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Please open your mouth. Cyclones in retrograde right
Mm-hmm.
For
now.
real.
Something.
Mercury's almost in retrograde, it feels like.
I swear to God. Because Mercury, Neptune, Jupiter, and I don't know.
The Jupiter and Neptune being also just talking.
Not sure. Are we still live? Okay.
We're gonna. This is the part where we shift subjects.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure what's wrong with it. But let's pick it back up from where we left off.
All right, so we were talking about how with Lee, what I did was allowed Lee to taste with just her tongue the flavor that she was very excited about tasting, but I did a little deprivation of the desire that she wanted by actually putting in the different flavor, different texture, different taste, and it also elicited a different energy. And then after she had that, then I gave her the treat that she wanted. So many ways that you can do food.
That was a heat. But we definitely appreciate Madam and her wonderful knowledge. And we're just gonna ask a quick question, rapid fire. Food can bring up emotions like comfort, guilt, nostalgia. How can those feelings influence arousal, vulnerability, and food play?
So for me, with regards to vulnerability, that comes from doing things like if I want to cook for somebody. So I've discovered within recent years that I really enjoy cooking for my friends because I don't feel like I get the opportunity to do a whole lot for them. So I'm like, this is something tangible that I can do. I am pouring my heart into whatever it is that I am preparing for you. And there's a vulnerability in that because sometimes things happen. You might think you have paprika only to realize last minute you don't have paprika and that's the one thing you need to really make the dish. And it's like, well, dang, it ain't gonna come out like how I want to. But it's not solely about that. It's about the labor that is put into that. So that's one way I like to interpret that question.
So I think we talked about it earlier, but could certain foods be a turnoff?
Yes.
Bananas are terrible. That is my TED Talk.
Yeah, I think definitely this is where vetting comes in at, because it may not just be that it's certain foods, it may be certain foods at certain temperature or textures. If it's like touching and whatnot, mixing and mingling and collaborating, that person may not want all of those different flavors and whatnot in their mouth at a particular time together.
I actually had a really interesting, not counterpoint, but additive to that. Depending on the tone that you want for your food play, it could also be a lot of fun to negotiate like that mixture of pain, pleasure. So kind of like what you were discussing in our
Demo just earlier, what would it be like if, say, someone doesn't like almonds? They're not allergic to them, they just don't care for them, and you're feeding them chocolate, but you never know, at some point an almond's going to plop in their mouth.
Mhm.
Like that could be a fun opportunity to play with as well. Kind of like I'm turning you on, I'm bringing up all this energy, and then boop, there's an almond.
Yes, I like that. That's a lot of psychological play to the food play when you're doing that. I want to ask you all, for people who are wanting to experiment, but they're on a budget, what are some like easy, low cost food play ideas, right? So,
Dollar Tree, baby. Go to Dollar Tree. Like if you end up trying to do this around Halloween time, go post or even like post Valentine's Day, because all that chocolate and all that candy will be heavily discounted. And even like at your grocery store, if you go to that one produce section of like all the discounted stuff because it's about to expire, you're going to have to use it right away. But you know, that can also be an option if you are on a tight budget. Like you don't have to get some fancy Fannie Mae chocolate or something like that in order to have a good time. Like there are workarounds.
yeah, I do think at the grocery store, you could always get a carton of strawberries and get that like store-bought dip chocolate that comes in like the little canister. You probably
Yep.
spend maybe $10 on, you know what I mean? Or even just, you know, buying just the fruit itself. That's a great one. We were talking about like recreating a Netflix and chill where you all maybe cook something together or prepare a very inexpensive dish together, or try to emulate a dish that is from your favorite movie together, right? So, Legendary?
A good one that there are two. One I've done was you know how on Disney Plus you could watch the same thing and you and your partner buy the same meal if you guys are not in the same city. Another one is I call it $20 holla. So you get a recipe and you can only buy all of the ingredients under $20.
I like that a lot.
Nice, yeah. One that I also forgot to is going to bakeries during closing times. A lot of times they're going to throw out their things, and so you can they'll usually give you stuff, you know, for free. Yep.
And let's move on. And you know, I'm old, so my eyes don't always work
Yes.
the way we should.
You're doing great.
Let's do a quick reminder. Don't forget to update your status and get tatted. Rewind.
Come on. Rewind.
Don't forget
Get tatted.
Don't forget to this minor update and check your status. Get tested. You see this link on the screen? Click on it. Scan it. Once you get tested from your home, you can get over $200 worth of goodies. When I tell you that little box comes in handy and is just simple. Test, play, repeat. Say it with me now. Test, play, repeat. Test, play, repeat.
Okay. I thought we were about to do something. I'm sorry.
It felt like it.
No. Well, you can't have this honey and not hear from honey.
Yeah, so you can do something for us.
Oh.
What can you do?
I think I can share a little poem of mine if y'all like.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me just unlock my phone. Stand by.
Okay.
All right, folks. This is a poem I wrote back in 2023. A lot of what inspired it is more so related to the sense of smell. But as Madame Trixie had stated at the beginning of our show, smell and taste go hand in hand, which is what I wanted to emulate in this short piece here today. So the title of the poem is Your Scent is Like, and the title goes into the piece. Your scent is like the heat from outdoors. Sunshine come down on patches of grass in the sand. Muscles being penetrated by hungry fingers. The meat juice that drips down the corners of my mouth. Smooth stones along the bay. Being overtaken by sudden gusts. High tides in my chest. Undercurrents in my stomach. Something I'm desperate to taste. Something I drown myself in. Fermented mangoes along the coast. Spilled wine on drunken lips. Rough kisses and soft bites on wet skin. Damp towels and prying hands. Seaweed wrapped round my ankles. Quiet gasps. Exposed breasts and heaving breaths. Sneaky tongues. Beckoning eyes. Primitive sighs. Something to be consumed and savored forevermore. Thank you.
Thank you. I actually, while listening to that, I closed my eyes on purpose to just kind of feel the scene where you were, and just kind of connecting that. And as you were describing it, it was almost like, smelling and tasting the mangoes and feeling the water. And so thank you for sharing that. Make sure y'all follow Smutty Black Girls so that you can stay connected with more of their poetry and storytelling. So let's move into Just the Tip. Tonight's Just the Tip is always use body safe food. Avoid anything spicy, acidic, or sugary near the genitals. And also be sure to, if you are using oils and different lubes to add to food play, make sure that you bring your own, and also that you are using things that are of therapeutic food grade quality.
Ooh. Well, I got another tip. And it's a tip that's handy. We want to remember to keep towel, keep wipes, and remember consent. Baby, as we say over here, consent is sexy. Start a small and focus on taste and teasing, but don't make no mess.
Please don't make that mess. Not over here. We're okay.
Or make a mess, but be prepared.
Be prepared.
Be prepared.
Well,
but
don't shut us down, Disney.
Right. They're shutting their own damn selves down. My bad. Ooh, oops. Okay, sorry. Woo.
Well, tomorrow, tomorrow is Monday. Monday, you know what Monday is? It's
Monday.
It's the Mind, Body, and Soul Wellness Circle, or Shy Wellness. We'll be hosting Friendsgiving. Oh, shoot, that holiday is coming up. It's a potluck event. So feel free to bring a dish, a snack, or a beverage that you can share. That's why it's called Bring It for the Family. Although you ain't got to, it ain't required. However, from 6 p.m. to 7:30, Chef Blake will be doing a cooking session of how to prepare mac and cheese, peach cobbler, or a peach crisp. Sit down for dinner at 7:30, and please understand that this is one of my favorite F words, which is FREE, free. For more information, RSVP using the information on the screen. It is call 773-277-2291. That's 773-277-2291.
Yes, thank you for that. Link Up Chicago has its twice monthly drop-ins for Black same-gender loving men. You can join us every second Saturday at New Covenant Church on 77th and Cottage Grove at our sober space, Link Up Sanctuary, and every fourth Saturday for our harm reduction space at Link Up Lounge at the center on Cottage Grove, located at 6323 South Cottage Grove. Both are from 2 to 5 p.m. And for more information, you can call or text us at 844-942-LINK. That's 844-942-5465.
And now we're talking about the Mind, Body, and Soul Wellness Circle. They bring free mental, spiritual, and physical wellness services to Black, bisexual, and same gender-loving men. Join us as we do free wellness, dance, yoga, and cooking classes, as well as free acupuncture and massage therapy 6 days a week, Monday through Friday, Monday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. with the Mind, Body, and Soul. That's where they do the meal prep with what that boy name is, Chef Blake and Chef Nick. Just call us at 773-277-2291 so you can register. Also, remember that MBS has started offering massages on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Thank you. Chicago Black Gay Men Caucus is back with the Love Fest 2025, entitled The Pressure Principles. This year's event will be taking place on Sunday, December 7th at Baseline, located at 2239 South Michigan Avenue. The festivities are taking place from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. So you can visit the caucus online at www.chicagoblackgaymencaucus.org for more information.
And so don't forget, if you're here in person at Project Vita, you could come on and get it tested. Walk-ins are accepted from Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Come visit our office. It's nice and pretty in here. 4111 West 26th Street. Or if you want, what you need to do is get this beautiful box. I have about 5 on my back porch. Just sign up so you get tested for your STI testing. You call with your results, and then what you do, you test, play, repeat. What we do, we test, play, and repeat. We want to thank our beautiful, wonderful, amazing Lee Honey, just like her name, baby. Thank you for making our show possible. Thank you to the wonderful staff here at Project Vita and our wonderful staff backstage. Thank you for y'all beautiful people for watching us. And it's the wonderful, the musical, the vivacious
I love that
Madame Trixie. I'm always honored, for real, for real.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much to my amazing, wonderful co-host. I thank you for co-piloting with me. Yes. I want to say thank you to our production team. Thank you for everyone that is our in-studio audience. Give yourself a hand for coming today. We want to give thanks to our lovely guests. Make sure to follow the links for Smutty Girl. And remember to join us next month for our next installation of our sensory play series, where we will be talking about touch, wax play, and temperature play. And that's got me a little bit excited already. So,
all right now.
Until next time.
You better stay curious.
Stay safe.
And keep it safe.